Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech in You. My name is Gaurav Upreti. Right to privacy. Yes, everybody is talking about it because now we have it. Now that's a separate issue that whatever we share on social media and all that, I'm sure we are doing it willingly for some reasons, right? Or a trade-off. But yeah, it's a democracy, man. You do whatever you want to do. You want to watch the show, you don't want to watch this show. Although I would want you to watch this show because the show is cool. Give it a shot, man. Tech in You, Gaurav Upreti, and let's go. On the show this week, the Samsung Note 8 is here. We reviewed the Lenovo K8 Note, we have the Coolpad Coolplay6, Micromax Infinity, and a lot more. Only on Tech in You. Alright, time to take a look at the launches of the week. We have to travel a lot just to witness these phones coming into the market. Very tiring process indeed. Take a look. This is Dubai. Hot from outside but real cool from the inside. A place where you see tall buildings, in fact, the tallest. Malls, amusement parks, museums, and yes, that vast desert and the beautiful sand dunes. Night safaris are fun, but so is looking at the city from a cruise. That's Dubai, and this is the Coolpad Coolplay6, launched in Dubai in front of the Indians for the Indians, although it's already launched in China. Now the Coolplay6 offers some neat features that really make it a very good deal, especially at the price of $14,999. And what do you get here? You get a 5.5-inch of full HD display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. This is a unibody design made up of all metal and it's powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 653 processor with Adreno 510 GPU. Performance will not be an issue here because what you get is a 6GB RAM. Yes, 6GB at the price of 15,000 rupees. There's also 64GB of internal storage. And there is 4060 mAh battery. So yes, all the power with a battery that should last. The phone also features a fingerprint scanner at the back. And besides the massive RAM, the other big feature on this phone is that dual camera. You get a 13 megapixel plus 13 megapixel dual camera along with LED flash. So which means you can click those bokeh effect pictures. There are other features as well like slow-mo videos, monophoto and others, and also an 8 megapixel camera for the selfie. Besides this, the Coolpad 6 supports USB Type-C slot for charging. There is dual stereo speakers at the bottom, power button along with the volume rocker on the right, and 3.5mm audio jack. The phone looks good, the features are top-notch, and the price is very competitive. But how does it all fare? A full review comes next week. This is the second coming of Micromax. After launching the Eureka Black this year, Micromax has launched a new phone in its once popular Canvas series, the Micromax Canvas Infinity. Canvas Infinity offers infinity display, which simply means minimum bezel and that 18:9 aspect ratio, just like the Samsung S8 and the LG G6 and Q6. 18:9 aspect ratio of course means more to see and feel. Targeting the Chinaman bowlers, Rahul Sharma said they now know how to handle them better and dominate. The phone has been priced very aggressively at 9,999 rupees, beating the recently launched LG Q6, which is priced for 14,990. The phone is Amazon exclusive and would be available from 1st of September. The highlight of the smartphone is its 5.7-inch display with 18:9 aspect ratio, making it the only smartphone with this ratio at this price point. The device is powered by a Snapdragon 425 quad-core processor coupled with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage that can be expanded to up to 128GB. The Micromax Canvas Infinity runs on Android 7.1 Nougat out of the box with minimum bloatware applications preloaded on the device. Google Android O has also been confirmed for the Canvas Infinity. The phone sports a 13-megapixel camera on the back, which comes with a number of modes like real-time bokeh, face beauty, and others. There's a 16-megapixel shooter on the front for selfie, and there's a flash as well. Using Gallery 4.0 makes use of image and facial recognition technology to allow users to search for photos in Gallery by recognizing a person's face. Micromax has high hopes from the Canvas Infinity, and this will be the first time a local smartphone manufacturer is coming with a phone with unusual 18:9 display aspect ratio on a budget smartphone. With Canvas Infinity, Micromax is offering 24 hours of repair or replacement promise as well. So last week we gave you the first impression of the Lenovo K8 Note. This week the report card is ready. Take a look. So when Lenovo acquired Motorola, we thought that we're going to be seeing less of Motorola phones and more of Lenovo phones, but clearly that wasn't the case, because this year we've already seen almost 4 Motorola phones, and another one that is coming in the coming week. And this is the phone that Lenovo has finally launched in the Note series, the Lenovo K8 Note. We didn't see the K7 because Lenovo said that they weren't really happy with the phone, the prototype. So instead they decided to give it some more time and come out with a more refined version, and this is finally what they've come up with, the Lenovo K8 Note. Alright, let's talk about the design now. So this is what the phone looks like, and yeah, nothing much to talk about the design except that it's good. It's a decent design. You got a metal body, it's uni-body design, nicely curved. Definitely it's got thick bezels, is thick of course, and partly because of the battery that they've tried to cram into this design. It's a 4000 mAh battery, which is good, but then still a big phone. Sometimes it's good, sometimes, but looking at the trend, it's time for slimmer phones. But I think it's a decent design. Gives you a nice grip. Will make sure that you can use it with one hand quite nicely. Otherwise, it's a 5.5-inch full HD display. Looks bright. The blacks are not all that deep, but still the contrast ratio is good enough. The colors look nice. The viewing angles is also pretty good. So you should have no problems even when you're outdoor using your phone. And let's talk about the performance now. Powering this phone is a deca-core processor from MediaTek. So yeah, deca-core, lots of power, and there are 2 variants that are available. One is a 3GB variant with 32GB of memory, and there's a 4GB RAM variant with 64GB of memory. Priced at 12,999 and 13,999 respectively. What we have is the high-end model over here with 4GB RAM and 64GB of storage. Both these phones can be expanded to up to 128GB, and you have a separate micro SD card slot for that, and there is a dual SIM card slot as well. So 3 slots, so not a hybrid slot, so that's good. You use your 2 SIMs and also crank up the memory. Now the overall performance with the Android Nougat, it's pretty good, and deca-core processor, you'll have no problem whatsoever doing your multitasking, open 7-8 apps, switch between them, and it's a seamless experience. Now the problem really comes in that after 15-20 minutes, especially while you're gaming, it tends to heat up. Now it's been a problem with MediaTek processors, some of them, and yes, this one also definitely heats up a bit. And if you're with prolonged usage, it's gonna heat more, and that is somewhat gonna make your performance not all that great.
and especially with gaming. So I mean, prolonged usage, that you would notice those, that the game is getting slower at times, some frame drops in some occasion, not all the time. But otherwise, a good performer, you'll have no problems whatsoever. And when I mentioned Android Nougat experience, that is good, but the best part is that Lenovo has finally decided to go stock Android, just like the Motorola phones. So definitely the stock Android experience looks neat and clean, and much more easier to operate as such. No bloatware also. That's also pretty good. The other USP of the phone is, of course, the dual camera setup that we see over here. One is a 13 megapixel primary camera, the second one is a 5 megapixel camera. So of course, depth sensing, and the regular images that you click are pretty good. I mean, you have you get fair amount of details, colors also look nice. But I'm not particularly happy with the bokeh effect that you would get with the two cameras, because the edges at times don't seem to give you that sharp details, and sometimes you really have to struggle in getting that perfect bokeh effect, setting the aperture in 3 different modes and all that. The bokeh effect is a little let down, but otherwise decent amount. You get decent pictures. The front facing camera also does a good job for your selfies. And just got a notification. The next thing is a 4000 mAh battery that you get with the phone. 4000, yeah, it's good. 1 day of usage is assured, but we were expecting a bit more, and it was a mixed result. Sometimes you go few more hours into the next day, but overall for a day's usage, it's good enough. Now, the phone, like I said, in this category, it's offering a pretty lot of things, and of course the main competition was the Xiaomi Note 4 and the Coolpad Coolplay6. That's another phone that just hit the market, and it's pretty good, offers you 6 GB of RAM. So that phone is also going to be a tough competition in terms of performance. That one also gives you a bokeh effect. So we'll be comparing the results to let you know which one is better. Although not really a big fan of bokeh effect in this phone. So I think otherwise, for the price, you're getting a good deal, good performance, camera is decent, and battery life is good. Stock Android experiences are pretty amazing, and this segment is gonna see a lot of phone. The competition is like, it's very hard to say which one is better than the other. Xiaomi phone, of course, overall looks good. This one is not a bad deal, let me tell you that. It's going to be easily available. You can get your hands on this one quite easily, and I think it's a good deal. Alright, so that's all we have for you in this week's episode of Tech in You. It was a good show, right? That's what we believe. Tell us what you feel. Yeah, follow us on social media, give us your suggestions. Don't troll, because it's useless, man, because I'm immune. Right? So till then, you guys take care, because there's lots more cool stuff that is lined up for next week. Till then, be good, man. It's important.